but what are some of those character attributes that you look for whenever you are establishing or improving a relationship with a passive investors?
I think it's important, well, number one, to have several conversations, not just one, ideally a couple, and continue that conversation while you're working with investors after they invested with you, to truly understand where each person is coming from. It's important for investors to understand the strategy we're implementing, our long-term plans, and make sure that our plans align with their plans. And if, for instance, I'm offering someone to partner up with us on an investment that is a 5-year hold, I always tell them that, don't hold us responsible to that 5 years, because we may decide to sell it in 2 years, so we may decide to sell it in 7 or 10 years. That 5 years is just pure estimation. So I try to be fully transparent, and many people will appreciate that full transparency, and it gives them a better understanding of where I'm coming from, and it opens up their eyes. So for them, in terms of the mindset, again, if someone has limited beliefs, it's simply due to lack of education. And yes, partially that's real estate education, but partially it's personal development, educating oneself on the personal development. And on the personal development end, I also have a few books that I typically recommend people to start with, books like Miracle Morning or The Richest Man in Babylon. Reading that material, The Richest Man in Babylon has been written over 100 years ago. So when you read a book, which is essentially financial book that's been written 100 years ago, that is absolutely true today, I mean, it's mind-boggling, and people realize that only after digesting that. And sometimes it takes multiple attempts to digest that information, which means that you have to reread. When you reread the same concept multiple times, you understand it a lot more, and you start to understand the multiple angles that the author brings into perspective, and you start to appreciate what's going on around you, and you start to look at things differently. And that's the beauty of personal development. Reading books, understanding them better, and then also it's important to surround yourself with like-minded people. So if you're investing, you want to reach out to other passive investors, you want to talk to them, you want to reach out to other operators. Networking with other people in the space is important, because again, it gives you their perspective, and it opens up your mind to other opportunities and to other angles within the business as well, and gives you a better understanding of where you're heading.